guys, welcome to Walk Through Wednesday. That's the MrMaple show where it's Wednesday and we walk through places.
We're going to walk through this greenhouse, talk about some cool Japanese maples, so smash that like button. I'm Tim, that's my brother Matt, we're MrMaple.com. We're a family mail order business, we ship directly to your door. And y'all, we're going to talk about some trees that you might can ship directly to your door.
It's Wednesday, let's walk through some stuff. Let's go.
All right, y'all, so coming up first, we're going to talk about one plant that I love a bunch. This thing is Oregon Sunset. This thing is amazing. This is a red dwarf, semi-dwarf. And what this tree does is it makes this unique shape where it gets upwards and spreads outward. It has probably one of the most unique shapes of almost any of these red style Japanese maples with those large amenum leaves.
Yeah, it's super unique. Almost makes me think of like those African plane trees you see, because they get so wide. I mean, the shape is very much a upward V with a tall canopy. It's not a tall growing tree, but it has a really unique overall habit to it. You kind of get this weird dome going on with a lot of low branching. And it makes a really unique shape overall. I think it's excellent for the container garden. It's excellent for in the landscape. And the fall colors are really where it gets the name Oregon Sunset. You get some oranges, reds going on all at the same time. Really makes it an exuberant fall color.
Now they've got some gorgeous specimens of these at NC State at the JC Rouse and Arboretum. Ed Shin at NJI Acer also has a really gorgeous one of these. I mean, they just look like big bone eyes out there in the landscape, and it grabs your attention. Now, one thing that's kind of unusual about this tree is that this tree has these almost like bloodgood style leaves down low, but the new growth foliage is very thin and wispy.
Yeah, it almost gives it like a bird foot look to it. I mean, it very much has like a different style print to it. Very unique. You get these little, almost, almost linear lobulum-like growths going on over top of that larger foliage.
I don't know who introduced Oregon Sunset, but this tree is really cool. I think it's underappreciated. It does have a really bright red, orange to red fall color. And it is a really cool plant. It needs to be used more in the garden.
Not just one bright.
Bright.
All right, y'all, there's so much stuff to see in here. We're walking by a giant Veridis. We're walking by a giant cereus. Guys, look at this big old set right here. Someone asked me the other day, they said, do you have large 1-gallon Shishikashiras? Yes, we got giant 1-gallon Shishikashiras. These could darn near qualify for XLs. Many of these may need to go in a bigger box. These are excellent sizes. Here's a little trick. This time of the year, nurserymen have a lot of great sizes. Our trees are really ready to go up to 3s. This is the time of the year where a lot of people pot stuff up. We're shipping them to you as is, XL sizes, incredible looking Shishikashiras.
The Lion's Head Japanese maple, classic Japanese maple, heat tolerant. It's really durable. The texture on this thing is exquisite. I mean, you've got these really curling leaves right now, and this new growth in this plant is amazing. But, I mean, look how many trees we've got right now in Shishigashira, and the sizes. I mean, you can't beat these sizes on Shishigashira 1 gallons. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, we just packed this house down, so a lot of these do sell. So we have made a lot of the holes go away right now. There's a ton of great looking plants in here. Gosh, Dragon Tears. Awesome looking weeping form. This one is a semi-pendulous habit. Dragon Tears, always popular for, I would say almost more of that Amoriyama style shape to it. This is an introduction by our friend Ray Jackson, and it does grow up and then kind of weep down. So I always describe it almost as more of a semi-pendulous. Don't look for this one to be Ryusen, but if you look for it to be Amoriyama, I think you're gonna love it.
Yeah, it's upright with side branches that sort of semi-cascade down. It gives a unique feel for a bloodgood style with a really broad shape. And we've got a full cultivar highlight on this on Maple Street, where we go down and talk about this tree on Maple Street in Hendersonville, North Carolina. And it's an awesome plant. It's really unique.
Maple Street, good place for a maple. All right, head on in, buddy. What else we got in here?
Guys, check out these Ori Zurus. This plant is just showing right now in the summer.
I mean, are these big sizes or what? I mean, look at this 1 gallons, y'all. These are amazing. Pink on white on green. This one really shows out with all that intense variegation.
It's an awesome plant, and I think they get more and more showy. The first spring flush is variegated, but the summer flushes are extremely variegated, and that's what grabs people's attention. During the summer months, people love these Oregano styles, but Ori Zuru is very unique because it has a little more serrated foliage. It still has some pinks in there, but it gets a lot of splotching, but also some dusting as well.
Now, as this goes into fall color, where you see the white will be a soft pink, and where you see the green will actually get to a bold red. So you still get that variegation going on in the fall color. Really a fun plant to be growing. And guys, I said this before, but killer sizes. I mean, these are awesome sizes right now.
So I'm standing in a sea of Veridis. I mean, these are high graft 1 gallon Veridis, y'all.
Somebody's gonna get going open house. Look how big these are. These are ready for threes right here.
Some great sizes, some thick calipers, some awesome sizes on Veridis. The cascading green lace leaf goes yellows and oranges in the fall. Many of y'all probably know Veridis, but look at these sizes.
I mean, these are incredible. These will get to a bold yellow to orange as we get into that fall color. I can see fall. It's right around the corner. It's not quite the end of the greenhouse, but it's coming, and we are so ready for fall. We're ready to cool off in these greenhouses for one. I like that hoodie and sweatshirt weather. Check out this sea of Orangelo. Now, these are a little past their spring color right now. Secondary colors are setting in. You get those bright, kind of interesting colors going on over the greener overlay. As we get into fall, these are going to get to some bright reds to oranges.
Still that Veridis sea, Orangelo sea. We got a Crimson Queen sea starting on this side. Then we get a lot of Hodgepodge areas. And in these Hodgepodge areas,
there's some killer cool things.
There's some killer cool things. That's where I go in and find a lot of limited release stuff. Sometimes things like Kimi Sojo, those are coming up from future 10 at 10s. Some awesome plants there. But then you also might find something like this is a large 1 gallon Hogyoku just sitting here in this sea of Hodgepodge items.
Now, these are some incredible plants. Hogyoku is going to have that incredible bold orange fall color. Tons of unique things going on here. We'll just grab some random stuff since it's a little bit of a random section. Now, here's another big sea of Geisha Gone Wilds and some super XL sizes in those as well. As we get here to the end, I think there's going to be some really nice sets of some weirder stuff too, maybe some newer stuff.
Guys, we got some 1 gallon Tsukasa silhouettes on this side. Tsukasa silhouette stays narrow, extremely heat tolerant. Real easy tree for a lot of people to grow, but really has a killer bright red fall color.
All right, y'all, check out these Wildfire. There's some great sizes in these. In fact, several of these can even be going up to a bigger container. This is an incredible bark interest tree. They're actually at their greenest stage right now before the fall color. As we get into winter, this is going to have yellow at the base, orange in the mid-size, and those tips are going to be the brighter red. So it's going to look like a wildfire burning in the garden. Incredible winter interest. Excellent fall color too. You can get yellows to oranges, even some dark reds on this one in the fall. Exceptional heat tolerant one as well. A lot of our people who've been coming in from hot zones, giving us those top fives, been really singing the praises on Wildfire. All right, now here's one we talk about a lot during this time of the year. People will message us and they'll say, hey, my Peve Starfish is flat, it reverted. Guys, that's just new growth. This is an excellent tree. That spring growth will have that cupped look to it. Don't trim out any of the flat foliage during this later part of the season. We're filming this in early September. That curling growth will continue on next year in that growth, so don't worry about cutting it out. It's perfectly fine.
Piet Vergeld introduced this plant. It's a tree I love. 8 to 10 foot in 10 to 15 years. It makes a good small to mid-sized red upright Japanese maple, and with that cup down foliage that looks like a starfish, it adds a unique texture by not only adding just good color, but also good texture in the garden.
Awesome plant, y'all. I love this in the fall too. This can really get some bright pink reds in the fall.
Guys, there's some giant sizes of yellow threads.
We got them on both sides over here.
And again, just like that Peve Starfish, the new growth during the summer,
whoa,
a little bit larger, some amazing sizes of yellow threads.
Some of these are ready for 7 gallons. These are easily, getting up there into that 5.5, 6 foot kind of range on these.
Spring color on this is a yellow green. Naturally gets more of a V shape, something like Villa Toronto. So this is an amazing small yellow lunar lobum selection to add to your garden.
Beautiful tree, and that would pair really nicely with something like that Peve Starfish. Couple little hidden Maydays in here. I see a small set of Maydays. I see a small set of Japanese Princess.
I see a small set of Mystic Makawa.
Now that's a beauty. Now this one will be returning to MrMaple. It may have already dropped by the time this video comes out. Coming up on a future 10 at 10, we got the orange Makawa, Mystic Makawa.
This selection leads out as a bright orange and goes to a green later on in the summer. May get some orange new growth to it later on in the season. But this is one of the smallest growing Makawa Yetsubusa forms. Really tight, really dense, but it gives you some good orange color.
Awesome looking plant. And what do we got here on this side?
I think we got some green strap.
Green strap is super cool. Sometimes referred to as Veridi lace. I know the guy that originally introduced it originally started it out as Veridi lace. He thought that was too close to Veridis, so he changed it to green strap. This thing's underrated. I mean, I think it's a weird name, so it catches people off guard. Green strap. It is incredible. Another one that almost has that, like, this would pair so well with that Oregon sunset. It has that prawn bird foot like leaf to it, especially on the new growth. Incredible fall colors. I've had oranges and yellows and reds all in the same plant. Really a bold orange is typically what I get out of this one. It's a showstopper.
It's kind of like if Kamagata and Seryu had a child. Because this thing is vigorous. It gives phenomenal fall color. And with those elongated, even larger foliage than Kamagata, it grabs your attention.
Awesome plant.
Guys, there's tons of plants that are cool all through here. Right here, I'm standing beside Acer Siboldianum Yayoagasa.
Ooh, I know a lot of people are waiting on that one. Now, Yayoagasa could get some of the largest foliage of any Japanese maple. It definitely has some of the largest for a Siboldianum. This one, again, was wild collected. Super interesting. May be a hybrid with Japonicum, maybe. We've heard from Sue Egriff that is a possibility. Yayoagasa, one of my all-time favorite Japanese maples for fall color as well.
Y'all, I hope you've enjoyed today's walkthrough of this greenhouse. We tried showing you some cool plants, some cool sets.
Wait, look at the sizes on these Ruby de Sofia. Ruby de Sofia, y'all. Incredible contorted form. We're not done yet. We're bringing you one more. Reticulated, variegated, and contorted. What more could you ask for?
Contortion and variegation like a Ghost series is pretty spectacular.
All right, y'all, thanks for tuning in today. If you like this kind of thing, make sure to subscribe to the Mr. Maple Show. We're bringing you constant content about Japanese maples.
Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.